In just 2 minutes, we are getting the brand new official career mode trailer live from EA. I'm going to be watching this live on their channel, and I'm sure a lot of you will be watching it with me. But of course, I will upload this video later, and we can all talk about it in the comments. You can jump in my Discord as well, and we can react to what is going to be the final FIFA career mode. Of course, the game won't be called FIFA from next year. Anyway, I should again explain I'm still really struggling with what I think is COVID. I've sent off a test, who knows, but I haven't been great for the last few days and my voice is struggling, but hopefully I can get through this video without losing my voice. We can see straight away this image they're using. We have official managers. We've got Conte, Pep, Steven Gerrard, which I've got to say that face, I don't know if that's a captured face or if they've made that themselves. Not the best. And then, of course, we've got Patrick Vieira as well. So instantly, a lot of people are thinking you're going to be able to play as an official manager. So when you start a career mode, you will select if you want to make a manager or take over as an already in-place manager, which is a really cool feature. We will see if they confirm it in this trailer. It should be going live in the next few minutes. But what else am I expecting? Well, it's a little bit tricky because career mode isn't something they focus on. We all know that. We know year on year we get little things, little bits. And actually, sometimes they put things in that were already in the game many, many years ago, but they then took out. So a lot of the stuff we get isn't actually new. It just feels new. I was really hoping this season to have basically a second team, a youth academy team that you can play matches with. Basically, let's say you're doing an Arsenal career mode. You, of course, take over the club. You play as Arsenal, but you also have a menu, which is like the Arsenal under-23s, and you can grow academy players and drop players from the main team into the academy and then bring players from the academy into the first team. And basically just having a separate calendar for youth prospects and things like that. That would have been really cool. Oh my God, that is loud. I do apologize, guys, if that was a bit loud. That should be bearable. I'm trying to work out if that's a good volume or not. I'll just turn it down a little bit more for a second. So we're looking at tennis, apparently. Explain that one to me. Yeah, so other than the Youth Academy stuff, obviously any new feature is a bonus. I would like them to expand on training because, let's face it, everyone does the training drills once at the start of a career mode and then they just leave it and they just sim it. So anything on that would be amazing. More customization in the Creator Club career mode, being able to import a badge, able to import assets, maybe even kits and things like that. I very much doubt we're going to see anything like that. Just more things outside of playing the game. Anything that can get us closer to Football Manager type content, you know, having more things to do in the menus and actually managing the team is what I would have loved to have seen. But yeah, we're only 45 seconds away from finding out what they've added. What is this, by the way? This has nothing to do with football. It's a little bit strange from EA. But before we watch this, I'd love to know your thoughts before you watch the trailer. So leave a comment and tell me what you were expecting, minimum, and then your thoughts on what they've actually shown. Because year after year, let's face it, we are often disappointed. We often finish watching trailers and we're just like, oh, is that it? So I would love to know your pre-trailer thoughts and your post-trailer thoughts. So leave a comment right now or start to type it and then come back to it at the end. Right, here we go. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. We've been waiting a long time for this. It is time to find out what's coming into FIFA 23 career mode.
Of everything new and exciting in career mode for FIFA 23. With us to get into the finer details is Sheldon and our FIFA 23 producers. Let's get started.
Hello.
Thanks, Derek. So today we're talking about everything new with career mode in FIFA 23, and here to talk about it are Alex and Yona from the development team. Hey guys.
Hey Sheldon. Hey Sheldon, happy to be here.
Excited to have you joining us because there's so many new things to cover, from playable highlights to authentic managers.
Playable highlights.
We'll get to that in just a second, but first, Alex, let's chat about the new player career personality.
Player personality is one of the major features in player career this
Hey,
year.
Alex.
It's a fluid system
I know this
that
guy.
builds a personal connection to your player.
He's
It
the
lets you
career
define your
mode
character
main
both
developer.
on and off the pitch. For example, deciding whether or not you should pass the ball to a teammate or making a shot attempt on your own, that contributes towards developing your personality in a certain direction. And we have 3 different personality types, each type of decision contributing to those. So we have Mavericks, they're opportunists on the pitch, aggressively chasing goals and individual glory. And
there's the power shot.
And they seek stardom off the pitch as well.
This is, of course, player career mode, so not what I'm into, really. Jeez, that power shot is crazy.
And last but not least, heartbeats are, as the name implies it, the heartbeat of the team. They read the game one step ahead of opponents. They lead by example off the pitch. As I said, it's not just about what you do on the pitch,
so you
but
got
about
finances
the activities that you engage with off the pitch as well. You can visit an injured teammate in the hospital.
Read a book by a club legend.
Lots of activities that you can do that have an impact on your personality as well.
What's great about the system is that it evolves as you play the game, so you may start out as a Maverick, which in turn will unlock specific attribute boosts that are associated to the Maverick playstyle. So, for example, attributes
everyone's going Maverick. Sprint speed.
Boosted if you're really evolved as a Maverick, whereas as a heartbeat, you might see other attributes being boosted if you get to a certain personality level. So there's a lot of freedom, and it's an ever-evolving
system. It's just like pro clubs, really, isn't it?
To see what decisions our players will make in the game.
We hear it so often from the community. Players want to progress in their career, win those big matches throughout a season, but they just don't have time to play the full 90 minutes. Are there any other options here in FIFA 23?
We really want to bridge the gap between that dedication of playing a 90-minute
playable
match
highlights
and risking it all with a quick sim just to get to the end results. And to that extent, we've developed a new feature called Playable Highlights, which allows you to only play the highlights of the match. The situation
so it's going to give you scenarios that happened in the game.
That influences the result directly.
Oh my God,
it's
the defenders.
Also very attribute-driven, depending on the quality of the 2 teams facing each other. So lots of variation in there. A very exciting feature that kind of presents itself as a highlight.
I am excited about this,
actually.
actually.
Can you take us through the new menu this year?
Absolutely, and I'm actually excited about this because
so this is both career mode and player career.
A lot of time in the menu in career mode specifically. So there's a lot of interactions within the career mode UI. So we're happy this year to streamline all of that, implement a new interface that allows you to get to what you need really fast, spend less time navigating, and spend more time actually actively thinking about how to best manage this time off the pitch.
You can play as a manager.
A lot of key features from the game, and we're excited to allow our players to interact with this new system and get immersed in the career mode universe.
Another new feature coming to FIFA 23 are dynamic moments in career mode. So can you explain what these moments are?
As you know, we've been doing a good job at celebrating success when it comes to winning trophies. Now we've added some new cinematic sequences, which would focus on the celebration.
I mean, it's cool. We want more cutscenes.
Transferring players in and out of your squad to improve it. But at the same time, we have focused on other moments of player career as well.
If a new star signing arrives at your club, you might see something happen with said player.
As if he signed a ball with a normal pen.
A key moment in your player career mode journey, you could also see that highlighted as well. So there's a lot of fist bumping going around, a lot of moments where you get to be surrounded by your squad mates.
Is that an updated Benzema
really it's really fun,
face?
It's something that really brings you into that career mode universe that you're creating for yourself.
All right.
Speaking of transfers, it's almost
negotiations.
Learn as you go. How is this all going to play out in FIFA 23
analysis
as we learn along the way?
This is in just manager career.
So as you've mentioned, Sheldon, the transfer window is one of the most exciting times for us as football fans, so we're happy to complement that experience in career mode this year.
This all looks similar.
We built a new transfer evaluation feature that will give you an analysis of all the transfers that you're doing. So after each transfer,
so you say you sign Haaland.
Evaluate how well you've done as a negotiator, or highlight where your new signing could best fit in your squad. It will also give you hints as to how you can improve your negotiation moving forward, maybe get a better price for your players, or maybe even get a better deal for players that you want to sell on further in your career mode playthrough as a manager.
And not just our managers getting smarter here. Can you tell us how the AI is becoming more...
So the game's just going to tell you whether you did a good job or not with the signing.
The system analyzes all of these parameters in a much more intelligent way. So what this means is that you will see your opponent make much more informed and better decision depending on the outcome of the different
Can I
situations
just say, one
that you
awful
generate
kit.
in game. If I'm really
The Atletico
dominating a
kit.
match and I
Ugh.
score 1-2 goals, you
It's like
may
one of
see your
those swirly
opposition
white and red
make some more
sweets.
offensive-minded substitutions to try to claw back into the game, and we're excited to see this play out in these lengthy career mode seasons.
That's cool.
Lastly, can you take us through the
they're all the same
authentic
assets.
manager
Look.
for FIFA 23?
This feature has been a really long time coming. FIFA 23 finally brings you the ability to step in the shoes of some of the world's most famous managers. You can actually pick from the authentic likeness of any
Hooray!
authentic manager that we have in the game, and you can put them at the helm of their current club, take them on to a different club. If
I'm going to be
that's a
Arteta
scenario that you want
in
to
my
play
Arsenal
out,
career
or
mode.
even put them at the helm of a club that you create and manage on your own as well. So
That's
you can choose your
awesome.
manager, you can customize their appearance, you can lead your club to glory in the shoes of some of the world's most known managers.
There it is. We've covered it all with new updates coming to player career, manager career, and the new
Wait,
menu.
that's it.
Alex, Yonel, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks a lot.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Back to you, Derek.
Well, that looks pretty special. We'll be there every step of the way for your FIFA 23 career.
Okay. Let's just rewind a second here because I'm a little bit confused. That's it. Where's the bit where they broke down what we're looking at today?
Career
Hang on,
mode
bear with
for
me.
FIFA 23. Let's get started.
Thanks, Derek. So today we're talking about
Where was the list? There we are. No, that's not it. I can't believe that's it. I thought this would be longer. Okay, well, we can go through this manually. So this was the player career personality thing where you have Maverick, Heartbeat, Virtuoso. You kind of build your player into those paths and they become better at certain stats and weaker in other stats, whatever. Very cool, but obviously it's not what I do. I don't really do player career mode, so check out other player career mode channels to see, you know, what their thoughts are on this. But it looks very cool, very pro clubsy, but nothing wrong with that. And everyone's going to go Maverick for the sprint speed. I mean, you can see it here. You get dribbling, acceleration, sprint speed, finishing. If you're an attacking player, you're taking Maverick, aren't you? But I guess if you're playing other positions, then, you know, these stats won't be good. So hopefully they've balanced it well and it's not just going to be boring. Everyone just goes Maverick, whatever. I mean, to be fair, most player career modes, I'm guessing you want to be playing at least winger, most likely striker or attacking midfielder. So, yes. Anyway, we're going to move on because this is not really my field. So what is up next? We had playable highlights. Okay, so this is a new way to play career mode. Instead of playing a full match, instead of simulating with the circles on the screen or just quick simming, you're now going to get a chance to play the games in chunks. It's going to bring you up highlights. I'm guessing, for example, you've played against Chelsea. Funny enough, Chelsea is in this game. And Tottenham. Let's say you go to play highlights and it says you had 6 attacks in this game. Press play and it gives you those 6 scenarios that you play through. And if you don't score, then you obviously don't win the game. I will look forward to hearing more about this because is it just attacks? Do you defend as well? Is it going to be like you have a corner? So does that count as a highlight? You know, there could be lots of little things with this feature that we need answering. But I like the idea of coming up against a team that you should be thrashing, and normally you would just sim the game. You just play the highlights instead, you know. So this could be good. I'm quite happy with that. What we got here is more player growth and stuff like that. They said there's like a new menu, but to be honest with you, yeah, it's it's new menu options. It's not a new menu. Everything looks very similar to the last few FIFAs. I mean, if I show you this, this could be FIFA 21. Club and country, welcome to the club, like all of this stuff. So basically they've changed some of the text, which I'm sure will have plenty of spelling issues like there was last year. Not that it really matters, but anyway, on to dynamic moments. So there's more cutscenes in the game. So here we're at Liverpool's training ground.
Doing a good job at
And I'm presuming this would be like, you know, a new signing or yourself in player career mode, and you can see some of the behind the scenes here at Real Madrid.
Of switching clubs or
Thing is, like, a lot of people, and I'm sorry to be negative about this, but a lot of people think, wow, that's quite cool. That's a lot of effort, loads of cinematics for all the clubs. But in reality, this person on the left will be in every clip. All they have to do is change the head. That's it. This could be any club. All they have to do is change this sign from Madrid, the colours of her top, to a different badge, and change the head of the player, and they can do this with any club in the game. So it's actually very minimal effort, to be honest with you, to bring in some cutscenes. So if there isn't more than, say, 5-10 new cutscenes with this kind of quality, then I'm going to be disappointed, because it's quite easy. If I'm being honest with you guys, it really wouldn't take too much effort to put in loads of these cutscenes to really give you a fresh feeling every time you play a new career mode. Moving on, we've also got the the transfer analysis. So as far as I could see,
fans, so we're happy
all of
to
this is the
complement
same.
That experience in career mode. This
Players just turn up, you discuss numbers, you agree on a sale, new cinematics, which, I mean, this looks great. This is fantastic, right? But then this is the feature.
playthrough as a
You
man.
get given a
And not
price
just the
rating.
managers getting smarter here. Can you tell us?
And then they just cut away because they know it's so bare bones. So basically, I'm going to make a signing. If I've overpaid, I'm going to get a low rating. If I've underpaid, I'm going to get a high rating. That's it. I mean, 9 times out of 10, you know if you've overpaid. But a lot of the time in career mode, you don't mind overpaying. You just want to get the player in, right? And it doesn't... There's no real problem with spending all of your money in this game. If you go into a very low financial status, nothing happens. It's not like your club starts to struggle. You just can't sign another player until you've got more money. There's no real risk to spending more on a player. If it was a case of your manager rating plummeted, if this was a really poor rating, then I guess that would make sense. But I'm willing to bet that this is just, it's a visual thing. It just tells you, well done, you signed this player for less than the CPU believe he is worth. Right, okay. And then AI tactics. I mean, AI improvements, right?
and better decision depending on the outcome of the
So in this situation, they've made some changes in the
situations that
82nd
you
minute.
generate in game. If I'm really dominating a match and I score 1-2 goals, you may see your opposition
And then
make some more
they equalize.
offensive-minded substitutions to try to claw back into the game, and we're excited to see this play
mean,
out in these lengthy
Okay. Of course, I guess the biggest new thing for a lot of people is the fact that you're going to be able to use a real manager, and that is cool. But again, it's not much to add to a game when they're already in the game. Like, all of these managers are in the game. All they've done is they've added them into the already existing menu with the same jackets and shirts. I swear, if these are all the same and they haven't added anything in years, I'm going to be fuming. This is new, though. Look, customized goalkeeper kit. Wow! I can change my goalkeeper kit now. And that's it. Okay, yeah, I've got to say, guys, I'm not massively impressed. What have they been doing for a year? I don't know what else to say, really, guys. Very, very disappointing, because the features that they're showing here are very bare minimum, you know, and maybe I'm harsh saying that. You know, the whole cutscenes thing is just changing the head, right, and changing the badge. But it's true. Any AAA title, which FIFA is, it's the biggest sports game. Any AAA title that isn't adding just cutscenes every year and new licks of paint, like, that's the bare minimum. There should be a ton of new cutscenes, and just, again, bare minimum things like adding in playable managers that they're already in the game. You've just ticked a box to let us be them. You're just replacing our made manager model with one that's already made for you. The transfer analysis thing, I mean, again, it's just so... Where is it? It's such a minimal thing. Here's your signing. Here's how much you paid, which we already know. We did it. And then they give you a rating. What does that even mean? Who cares? Who cares if I've overpaid? I decided to pay it. And a lot of people might just save the game and reload it anyway. Oh, guys. It's a bit of a shambles, really. Let me know your thoughts. There's not much I can say, and I can tell my throat's dying on me now, but more so my brain is dying on me after watching this. Really, really disappointed. That isn't enough. It isn't enough for the biggest FIFA ever. Their final FIFA before they do the whole rebrand. Big disappointment, but maybe you guys think I'm being harsh and that you're really happy. Let me know. But in general, if I was to give this a rating out of 10, we're looking at like 4. It's not enough. Simple as that.